one big man to the big man on campus. Our next guest, Jimmy Skiles, Senior Executive Associate Athletic Director, Brand Advancement, joins us now on the Sons of UCF Live. Jimmy, welcome in.
Hey guys, I love the Dexter Lions reference being thrown out. I was a manager when Dexter was playing, so good people there.
And you've got a lot going on. We appreciate you stealing away a few moments to join us. Countdown to kickoff, less than 7 days as we go live. I got a couple of questions off the top, but I want to start with this one. Boozy popsicles. What exactly is in that?
Hey, and non-boozy popsicles too.
Okay.
I actually, I don't know. I can't say I've tried one yet. We've got great concession partners that have done a lot to step up the fan experience this year. So we'll see how those go. I think maybe Wednesday night I need to get a sneak peek of a boozy pop.
A little bit more serious question. We want to help get the word out. Fans may not realize you've got some different procedures getting into the game. They're going to want to get in a little bit earlier.
Yeah, really it starts before people even leave home. A big change. It's a big perk I think that fans are going to enjoy. I know I'm going to enjoy it, is the digital parking passes. Everybody needs to start by having those loaded on their phone before they leave and they come to campus, because we can all picture what can happen at the lots, at the parking garages, if people are logging into their account trying to pull up their digital parking pass. Those are going to be super convenient in the long run. Should you need to transfer your tickets, you can also just transfer your parking and don't need to drive across town and drop off a parking pass too. But this first game, people have got to remember before they come to campus, get those digital parking passes and get those digital tickets loaded to their phone. Just do it before you even head to campus, especially with a lot of people coming straight from work for a Thursday game. And then come to the stadium, we have just for fan safety, we're calling them contactless metal detectors. You'll scan your ticket first and then just walk right through. You shouldn't have to take anything out of your pockets or anything like that. So you'll just go right into the stadium. But first game with those, so there could be a few growing pains. So we're just trying to tell everybody, again, Thursday night games, people come straight from work. There's the rush all at the same time. That if you have the luxury to get into campus early, just go ahead and get in the stadium early. You're not going to regret just being in there and seeing the whole pregame show and being in the stadium for the first bounce of the year.
Jimmy, Trace mentioned the popsicles. What are the other new things that fans can expect once they get inside the stadium? New concession items, new things like that this year?
Obviously the big one that was announced last week is the alcohol stadium wide. Again, our concession partners, they've done a great job. We look at a lot of fan feedback in season and postseason, and to look at what fans need and where we're missing part of the game day experience. So concessions was a big thing. So we've added about 25% of our sales. Obviously, a lot of that's to help with the with alcohol sales as well. But there's you're putting me on the spot. I can't remember some of the items specifically. I think there's some new pretzel bites, a new chicken sandwich. The new premium areas have a variety of new concession items. But hopefully the big thing is less lines. 25% more points of sales and 25% more hawkers going up and down. So hopefully less time standing in line, less time. Hopefully you don't miss the game at all. And you can be in your seats and just grab something from the hawkers.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the fan perspective there, because I've been asking for a while now. Can we get hot dogs at the top of the cabana? Now, I stand all the way at the top. There's a beer tub lady right there, which is perfect. But all they have are peanuts and maybe I think a pretzel or something. Can we get some hot dogs up there so I don't have to go downstairs?
Top of the cabana? Is that where you're at? Yeah, I'll check into that. We'll see what we can do for you.
All right.
That's tops on his list, Mike. Let's get right to that.
I only need a couple per game. I don't need,
those hanging up that third level cabana seat, like when you get the breeze coming.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Coming from the coast. I mean, that's when I can get away. Sometimes I get up there just to watch game. You can take in everything that's happening in the stadium. Obviously obviously there's not really a bad seat in the whole house, but the breeze that you get up there, that is a very underutilized area up there at the top of the cabana.
Yeah, I've been in the cabana seat holder since it opened in 2015, and I noticed we've had a bunch of perks kind of go away. We used to have in-seat delivery. We used to have Four Rivers was included at the first couple seasons, and now that was the only place you could get beer. Now everybody's getting beer. What do you tell the cabana season ticket holders? What are the bigger perks now to stay in those sections?
There's still a lot more alcohol options in the cabana. We got Tito's vodka. The bourbon is escaping the brand that's coming in. Got the mixed drinks. You got the bathrooms. You got more points of sales. Hopefully less lines. That's a big thing. We wanted to make sure. Well, we spent a lot of time talking about, if we're doing alcohol stadium wide, what are we going to do in the premium areas to still make sure that those are premium. So that the increased options, and again, the more points of sale, where there may be eight plus points of sale in the cabana for just that section, there may be 8 points of sale for a whole corner of the stadium. So that's a big part of it, is just making sure. I mean, again, we spent a lot of time. We got a whole team of staff members devoted to the premium areas that made sure that those experiences are still the bang for the buck. And of course, also you get the best seats in house. You're there within the 30s. You got chair backs. You get the best parking associated with your premium seats. So the whole package is still makes it worth its while.
Does your heart skip a beat when Terry Mohadjir @s you on Twitter and drags you into conversation about anything from hot dogs to jerseys?
Maybe at first, because the new boss gets here and you're getting tagged all the time. You're like, geez, what is it now? And the things that are within our what I hate is when it's things that are out of our control, like some of the merchandise stuff. I wish that we had more control over specific inventory that retail outlets had. Obviously, we want more of it out there too. We want to see cool stuff there, and so it just pains me when I don't have answers when he tags me. But yeah, I guess it still does. It skips a beat a little when I get tagged.
Well, at least he's not still tagging Scott Carr. See, so there's that. You mentioned merchandise. You actually were on Twitter today saying, tell vendors, tell the stores you want to see more UCF merchandise. Explain that a little bit more, that fans may not understand what is and is not within UCF and your control.
Yeah, we don't have, UCF Athletics specifically doesn't have our own either bricks and mortar or specific teams. So we control the gear that our teams get, that the student athletes wear, and the uniforms and stuff like that. We have some say-so over that. But what goes out in merchandise is really, when it comes to like the Nike stuff, there's two sides of our Nike contract. There's the Nike promo side. So those are all like the coaches' polos and the stuff that people out in Oregon for pretty much all the schools figure out what schools are getting what and the promo line. And that's basically what our teams wear on game days, the polos and the hats and all that sort of stuff. And then there's just the Nike product line that our equipment staff, that's stuff that comes in from Nike blank, and our equipment staff decides the logo and puts on, whether it's, the new night head or the script or so there's not, we don't have a whole lot of Nike picks what's going, in retail. We work ahead of time. I see the comment here about like the space uniforms. Those are things with the whole space game. Like we have to start now for next year's space game. All the orders that come in for the fall are usually booked, and this is for retail in general, usually booked by October of the year previous. So it always takes about a year for retail to catch up to what people think is happening. And so we get frustrated when we don't have control. We don't have the official team store where people are like, hey, we need more more script merchandise with the script Knights on it, and that's not up to anybody, even at UCF or UCF Athletics. That's each, whether it's Nike, whether it's Champion or Flow Grown now or any of that, they decide what goes on the shirts and what different retail outlets have and all that sort of stuff. So where we need the fans' help, like the fan on Twitter today talking about, which is, I don't know what the Claremont Dick's Sporting Goods is doing, not having or having limited UCF stuff, but they need to hear from the fans that there's demand for it, because there's a licensing department on campus that does call on places to make sure they have UCF product. We work with CLC that also keeps inventory of where UCF product is available and all that sort of stuff. And they put out the information of why places should have UCF gear. But the managers and the buyers from those particular stores, they need to hear from fans that are going in there and asking for UCF stuff. That's going to be the most productive way for people to keep seeing more and more stuff in stores.
Jimmy, UCF's been at the forefront of a lot of creative ideas, a lot of new things out there in social media, if it's uniforms, if it's things like that. Obviously, your role as part of the brand team, you have a hand in that, a foothold in that. But I want to know, what's the craziest idea someone's brought to you that you said, no, we're not doing that. There's no way we're doing that. What's the one thing that you're like, it's a little bit too much for us?
Man, that's a good question. We were pretty close to pulling this off. We wanted to do at baseball a few years ago, the cash drop. I've only seen it done one other place, but where literally you throw cash out of a helicopter and you let fans run on the field and cash goes everywhere and flies around. Like, we really wanted to pull that off and just couldn't figure out a way to do it.
Drones, Jimmy, drones.
Man, drones. I may have to come back to you on that one and try as I try to think of another crazy idea that we just couldn't pull off. When College Game Day came, we really wanted to do it and basically recreate Spirit Splash and put everybody that's all out in the pond, just, we were working with ESPN and they liked the idea, and we just couldn't figure out a way to kind of put the stage out in the middle of the pond. And Spirit Splash, I believe homecoming week had just been the week prior, if that's right, to the Cincinnati game that year. So the fountain was undergoing some maintenance and stuff. But that was one. I think if game day were to come back, especially if they were to come back earlier in the year when it's still warmer, because by that point, what was that, like November 18th, I think, when we played Cincinnati that year. So it's pretty late in the year. But hosting College Game Day with everybody in the fountain would have been pretty unique.
You guys announced that the concert series is back before each home game this year. The first game is a week from now. We're going to be tailgating right next to the stage in 2 weeks for Louisville. Can you drop some news on us? Who's going to be performing those first couple weeks? We
got some local acts early on, trying to still lock in some bigger acts for family weekend and homecoming. So stay tuned on that. I think actually the names of the first two acts are coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned.
We will wrap with this. What nugget can you give us about the Space Game uniform? Something to whet fans' imagination for the next couple of weeks.
I'll say deep space. Deep space is the clue. Another good question. Great questions, guys.
I like that. We know you have a lot going on. Countdown to kickoff in now less than 7 days. Busiest week of the year, right? You got to go through everything for the first time, but got to be satisfying to you.
It's busy, and but what's great, and we were talking about this today, and it's like you're getting ready for game one and getting ready for game one. You're locked into game one, and then all of a sudden you're like, man, we're gonna play Louisville then at home the next week, and then it just starts coming. So this is the time of the year that it's long hours, and but if you can't get fired up thinking about those anthems of the bounce house hitting, and I drive to work every morning the last couple of days, starting to listen to those stadium songs and get fired up. So busy time, but it's here, and I wish we were playing now. I'm ready to go.
All right, so don't forget, top of your to-do list for Friday, hot dogs.
Hot dogs, top the cabana.
There you go. Jimmy Skiles, brand advancement at UCF. We thank you for being with us on Sons of UCF Live.
Thank you, guys. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, Jimmy.